And first at 4, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine is taking his strongest stance yet against the death penalty. This just months before he leaves office.
After decades of supporting capital punishment, the governor says he's changed his mind. And now he's calling on Ohio to abolish the death penalty. Danielle Wiggins explains what led the governor to switch his position here.
I believe Ohio should abolish the death penalty.
A major shift announced Tuesday for Governor Mike DeWine. For decades, DeWine supported the death penalty. As a state senator, he even co-sponsored the bill that reinstated capital punishment in Ohio in the early 80s. Now, he says the data does not support the main reason he backed it.
I no longer believe the death penalty is a deterrent to murder.
DeWine says determining if capital punishment will deter future murders comes down to certainty and swiftness. For the last 10 people executed in Ohio, the governor says the time between sentencing and execution ranged from 14 to 32 years, with an average of 21 years. Despite decades of efforts by specialized attorneys to speed up the process, delays persist.
With a more than 2-decade-long wait time, the threat of the death penalty today is simply not a deterrent.
DeWine also points to what he calls a lack of certainty in the system. Since Ohio reinstated the death penalty in 1981, DeWine reports that 337 people have been sentenced to death, but 89 had their sentences overturned by the courts, 41 died on death row, and only 56 were ultimately executed.
So even if the murderer is caught, indicted, convicted, and sentenced to death, the odds are still pretty good they're not going to be executed.
But DeWine has opposition from his Republican colleagues. Representative Matt Huffman, the current Speaker of the Ohio House, released this statement, reading in part, quote, "I have been clear in my support for maintaining the death penalty in Ohio for the most heinous crimes. While I respect Governor DeWine's perspective, I disagree with his conclusion that the General Assembly should eliminate capital punishment altogether."
And as for the candidates hoping to succeed DeWine, Republican Vivek Ramaswamy supports the death penalty in the most egregious cases when guilt is certain. Democrat Amy Acton says that she would take a hard look at the issue and listen to Ohioans. And coming up at 5, what Governor DeWine says is the most effective way to fight violent crime.
All right, looking forward to that. Danielle, thank you.